Video game adaptations are a dime a dozen, and all of them have failed desperately on the big screen, lacking dedication to adapt the core ideas and ideals of the source material, what with tainted plot points and studio interruptions that seem to tank the films even before they leave the cutting room floor. However, once in a while there's a glimmer of hope for a video game movie that attempts to transcend mediocrity and clasp at a piece of the iconic nature of the original. Hi, my name is Jesse and you're watching the ENABLE'S Review. Street Fighter has been through the ringer with high, mid to low performing adaptations, from animations to the ever ambivalent live action translations. This trailer seems to break the habit, so to speak, veering away from the early to late 2000s skepticism towards colorful, outlandish film adaptations of fan favorite mediums like film, comic books, and video games. All that aside, this new Street Fighter trailer slaps you in the face even more than last year's Fast teaser trailer that was true in its execution to electrify with exceptional music and composition. This new one dares to strike at you with grandstanding nostalgia, and well, although a frowned upon way to go about garnering your audience's favor in 2026, I mean, it is a video game movie, what else are you gonna do? Still, you can already feel a shift in tone with how it leans in and unapologetically accentuates this timeless masterpiece's strength. What with proper character representation and costumes, heck, it even showcases some character move lists on full display in this trailer, like Zangief's Russian suplex, Chun-Li's 100 lightning kicks, Ken and Ryu's Tatsumaki Senpu Kyaku, plus the legendary Hadouken, of course. Albeit some concerns have been raised by fans about the cast's physiques compared to the video game characters, with reports being that they are either too scrawny or too small. While all legitimate claims, I'm sure, their performances will more than likely overshadow the lack of physical prowess. It seems like an already established universe, since most of the characters seem to have either crossed paths or have long strained history, which I suppose would be much appreciated by long-time fans, since people are tired of origin stories and build-ups to an already established, well-beloved IP. Which raises the question, why is Cody Rhodes' Guile surprised by Ryu's Hadouken attack? There is a shot of Dalsim fighting Ken and he does a stretching attack and Ken finishes him off with a Shoryuken, not to mention the fact that Blanka is a thing, unless maybe they're saving him for a huge reveal, like in the old film. I'm really stoked to see Cody Rhodes' Guile in live action, since he, most of all, has steered from his character in the original film, taking a more comic relief role, which hits different when you remember he's more of a leader in this Street Fighter universe. This subversion is a great relief and works amazingly, because Guile is a very no-nonsense army guy, and since there's a lot of big personalities in the film, it would be great to focus on some of the other characters for a change. Roman Reigns' Akuma is menace personified. I also think it's genius not having him seen so much or talk in the trailer. He's bound to give us a line or two in the final trailer. Orville Pex Vega is true to form, and the character still has his classic rivalry with Chun-Li. Kami might also be under Shadow Lu's control, seeing that she is going against Chun-Li, might be an antagonist for some part of the film. Speed round, honorable mentions or some things that I noticed in the film. VFX, lighting and composition in the film is done amazingly. Hard to tell if the film has various tournament rounds in different areas of the globe, like that beginning shot of Chun-Li and Dalsim in the trailer, or maybe she's just there to collect him for the tournament. Would be amazing to see if it was a globe-trotting film, or at the very least had different backdrop themes in their fights, like the game. A Honda is in the sauna doing something. He gets a real kicking from Ryu, but we don't really get to see a lot of him from the trailer, sadly. Maybe in the next one. That shot of David Dalsmachian rolling his eyes back is obviously a nod to M. Bison's white eyes, probably some foreshadowing, wink wink, no pun intended, and another shot of him throwing someone towards the end of the trailer. I'm glad 50 Cent is in this movie and is bringing some real star power to this version of Balrog, who is mostly just a variant of Mike Tyson in the video games. Love that they weren't afraid to try the hair out. Oh, and Cody Rhodes' Guile's hair is beyond accurate. What's interesting to me is Hollywood is finally putting aside its grounded approach to these larger-than-life films, which could have come in clutch when previous attempts were put onto the big screen. Like imagine 2009's Legend of Chun-Li if it wasn't so damn plastered with realism, save for the final boss fight of course. This is exactly how these IPs should be translated, and honestly, I for one cannot wait for this movie to come out. Please let me know what you think down in the comment section. Like and subscribe. My name is Jesse and this has been the Enablers Review.